Stop trying to be happy. I think that so often we are trying to search for happiness. We're trying to figure out how to be as happy as we can. Gurus on social media might tell you to just start being happy. They might tell you to just start meditating and lifting weights, exercising, smile more, take cold showers, have some ungodly amount of discipline, and eventually you'll just be happy. You'll have confidence. You'll feel great. I think that those things can help build a happy life, but I don't believe that doing those things automatically translates to happiness. So how do we become happy? And what does that look like? When we think of happiness, I think most people want a practical image of it, but the ideal image of it that I feel like I commonly think of is that I'm jumping out of bed every single morning with a smile on my face, ready to take on the day, or doing backflips off of a cliff in the Cayman Islands. Those things might translate to happiness, but I think it's time that we get a little bit more practical, because I think people want a practical vision of their happiness, not some ideal that they say on social media or on YouTube. In order to get there, though, we have to take practical and necessary steps. In other words, we need to stop trying to chase happiness. We have to chase something else, something that is way more within our control. And what that is excitement. I actually don't think that people are so much looking for happiness. I think that they want to feel excited in their lives. We don't want the mundane. We don't want the boring. We want to get up and feel excited to take on the day, to take on the week, and have goals that make us feel excited, maybe make us feel nervous, but in a healthy way. I would argue that happiness is actually a byproduct of excitement. I feel like it's largely outside of our control, happiness itself, whereas focusing on doing exciting things is more within our control. Again, that leads to happiness eventually. It's doing things that excite you, which lead to happiness. And those things that excite you, that is a practice that is within your control. Whereas contrary to popular belief, choosing to just be happy one day is actually largely impractical and fairly unsustainable. So if we can find happiness through excitement, how do we take the steps to do things that excite us? If you feel like the answer to this question is just be confident, I would argue that you're wrong. And in this scenario and many other scenarios in life, courage outweighs confidence. You need to start doing small, courageous things. And over time, those small acts of courage compound into confidence. So similarly, how I've argued that happiness is largely out of our control, so is confidence. Whereas doing exciting things takes courage to eventually build the confidence that you want, which hopefully leads to happiness. So sometimes I'll just close my eyes and visualize what are the things that I envision myself doing in the next year, 3 years, 5 years. What are those things that excite me, that I know that I'll look back when I'm 85 years old and say, wow, I'm glad that I did that. I feel fulfilled as a result. Running through this exercise, you're probably going to feel nervous, and that's normal. It's how you know that it's important to you. So an example here is maybe you want to switch career paths. Maybe you want to speak in front of an audience. Maybe you want a romantic partner. I don't know. It could really be anything that you feel like would lead to happiness or excite you or give you some healthy nerves. So you're going to take those visions that you have and attach some sort of quantifiable action to it. So let's say you want to do a career switch. Make it a goal to go to 2 networking events per month and introduce yourself to 3 people at those networking events. Yes, it is scary. That's the point. Through those courageous acts, you start to build that true raw confidence that I'm talking about. Maybe you want to become a public speaker. Okay, great. Volunteer at your local community college to speak to a small group of students once per quarter. You want a romantic partner. Introduce yourself to somebody once per week. Again, these are all the things that excite you. They should lead to your happiness because that's what you envision for yourself. That's what you feel inspired by. And you'll see that the more that you do it, the less nerves you'll feel, and you'll be able to, over time, do more courageous things. And you slowly just get outside of your comfort zone. And what that is the confidence. And remember to just keep things simple. You have to just start small because the idea is just doing the thing. It's just doing the courageous act. It's just introducing yourself to a few people at a networking event. It's not so much tied to the outcome because you're just practicing courage. So get used to just doing the thing and try to detach yourself from the outcome. So again, this is how you build that true raw confidence that is sustainable over time, that compounds over time. So to sum it up, stop trying to be happy. Do things that excite you. That will lead to happiness. We want our lives to look less mundane. We want to feel excited in our lives. We want to feel inspired. And the way to get there is to pursue the things that excite you, that make you nervous when you think about it at night, the last thing that you think about. You have to go and just pursue those things. There's really no shortcut to happiness. You have to go through. You can't go around. So we have to begin to pursue things that excite us, even if they make us nervous. All of this compounds over time, and I believe that it leads to happiness. So start doing the things that excite you in life. Over time, that leads to happiness. If you've been watching till the end, thank you for watching. I hope that this provided some sort of value or inspiration to your life. And if you enjoyed watching this video, go ahead and give it a like so we can get it out to more people and hopefully inspire and help more people. And if you really like the content, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I make a lot of content that looks like this. Some of it leans towards career development, some of it towards general life advice, and many other things. So I'd love for you to check out another video. Thanks. Take care.